Hi people, it's Archivist here with a quick review for Primal Carnage Extinction. Now, after watching Jurassic World last week, I had this strong urge to just kind of dive back into the dinosaur interest as a whole. I remember when I was younger I used to watch these documentaries, and I decided to go on Netflix and watch them again, one called Walking with Dinosaurs and more recently Planet Dinosaurs. As an offside, I'd say go and check them out if you haven't seen them already. But I also, as a gamer, wanted to play a Jurassic World game, and there were two options I initially knew about. There was this iOS game where you essentially got to build your own park and fill it with dinosaurs. A very interesting prospect, but the thing is, it was a freemium game, so unless you spend lots of money, there's a limited amount of play there. And also there was Lego Jurassic World, which I have actually played, and while quite entertaining, there is a sense that, you know, it is Lego, and by my age, you don't quite get as much out of it. So I needed something, I needed a game to scratch my dinosaur itch in a way that these other games just hadn't quite done. And I was on the Steam summer sale and I saw this game called Primal Carnage, and I'd only really heard about it before but never really looked into it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to see what this is. And so essentially what I found was this multiplayer arena-based dinosaur versus human game, and this is total madness. It's crazy, but it's strangely fun. The dinosaurs in the game are very well detailed, their textures are great, their movements do feel good, but they're not especially realistic, because the thing about when you take a multiplayer game is that you have to bear in mind that humans aren't necessarily going to move their character of choice realistically. So you'll see these Novoraptors flying through the air, crate jumping way too much, Tyrannosaurus will be chasing his tail. Obviously humans do their crazy strafing thing that we've seen from so many first-person shooter multiplayer games. But this actually did so much for me in terms of just this dinosaur interest I have at the moment, because it's just crazy fun. The dinosaurs in it look really good, like the detail on them, as I say, is great, especially the Tyrannosaurus, it's awesome. Their roars are very good. I think the Tyrannosaurus one is very much inspired by the original Jurassic Park film. And down to the actual gameplay, it is fun, but it is crude. This isn't what I'd call a well-polished game by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, if I think it was anything but dinosaurs, I'm not sure I'd be recommending it at all, because it has its problems. It has balancing issues. Its netcode is not perfect, and that in some areas does cause issues. But when you do things like, as a Velociraptor, hunt down a human and then jump on their back and pin them down, I think I said Velociraptor, I mean Novoraptor. When you're a Tyrannosaurus and you go around literally eating people as they try and shoot you, that's enormous fun. Or a Dilophosaurus just spitting acid. Or I think the most fun thing, but the most difficult thing to do, from at least what I found, is if you're a Pteranodon or a pterosaur, is to fly down, grab a player, lift them up into the air, and then when you get to a high enough height, just drop them and watch them splat. Very difficult to do, but extremely rewarding. In fact, in this game, that seems to be the thing. The more difficult something is to pull off, the more interesting and fun it is to do. And I think there's a little bit of limitation, because you can't just have a team full of Tyrannosauruses or Spinosauruses. You do have a bit of balance. The human side I don't find as interesting, because hey, they're not dinosaurs, but there's a fair amount of variation. You've got a sniper, you've got a trapper, which is really good against Novoraptors. You've got this heavy machine gun guy who's great against the bigger dinosaurs. You've got this, I think he's a tracker, he's got like a shotgun. It's just a standard array of characters. They allow you to counter different dinosaurs, because I think each dinosaur has a weakness to a certain human and vice versa. So I find that Novoraptor's weakness is the trapper, and that Novoraptor is especially good against the sniper. That's just how I've seen it so far. However, this is by no means a deep game. The strategy in it is limited. There isn't a lot of tactical prowess you need to play it and enjoy it. It's a game where you can really just join in and have a bit of fun, especially on the PC, where you get certain servers where you can just mess around actually. It's called free roam, and if you want, you don't even have to fight. You can just go around pretending to be a dinosaur. Not my cup of tea, because there's not a lot to do, but if you want to do it, you can do it. I think Primal Carnage Extinction is a game that I would recommend to you if you have an interest in dinosaurs. If not, I don't think you'll enjoy it that much. I think you'll just see the problems with the game, which absolutely do exist, and without that interest in dinosaurs, without that enthusiasm, it's a lot harder to look past those faults. But if, like me, you have that natural interest, it's very easy just to lose yourself in almost the absurdity and the fun of it. So, as always, people, thanks very much for watching, and see you next time.